Today we'll be making our Kawaii donuts. Look at that guy. I'm going to open up our little kit that I have here. I'm going to show you what we'll be needing today. First out, I'm going to take out the instructions. This is very important. It's going to show us all the supplies we'll need, plus the instructions, and the shapes we'll be using. We're going to cut these out later. Okay, just going to leave this guy on the side. We also have some batting. Ooh, looks like a cloud. Leave that guy right there. We'll play with him in a little bit. Also got double stick tape. I'm gonna leave it right here. Some embroidery thread. I have a pipe cleaner, as well as some little pieces of felt that we'll be using, and the needle. Be careful. Even though it's not that sharp at the edge, we still want to make sure we don't poke ourselves, okay? We'll be using that to stitch our donuts today. I also have bigger pieces of felt for our donut. One big mat. Okay. I also have some little beads in here. We'll use these as our little sprinkles on top of our donuts. I'll leave these in here for now so they don't roll around. Okay, I will put this off to the side. Some additional items are going to be glue, a pair of scissors, and a ruler. We'll also be using a pen as well. Okay? I'm gonna put these off to the side. Right now, I'm gonna use my scissors and I'm gonna cut out all the pieces I'll need today. Okay? I'm gonna prep, make sure we get everything ready to go. This one says it's for the donut. Nice round shape. Okay, there we go. And there's also a little middle area. We're gonna wanna cut that too, right? And what I like to do is fold this in half. I'm just gonna make a little slit. So fold this in half. You don't have to fold it all the way. Just flat enough so I can cut right in the middle. There we go. And we got a little polka. Okay, I'm gonna use that. I'll put my scissors right inside. There we go. Now I can cut inside the middle of the donut. Okay. Now I have one piece done. Very nice. Now let me cut the other one. This says it's going to be our icing. This one looks a little bit more tricky. It's not all around. It's got lots of waves on it. Yeah? It's okay. Just gonna go around. Just do your best. Try and follow the black lines here. It's okay if you make a mistake. Every donut's gonna look a little different anyway. Okay. Now that I've cut this one, I'm going to do the same thing and I have to cut the middle. So again, I'm going to fold, pinch the middle. That's the part I'm going to cut into, right? Got my scissors. Cut. There we go. In my little pocket. And come inside the pocket and cut around. There we go. Okay. There we go. Maybe it's easier for you to see if I put it on here. There. Now I have my donut outline and my icing. Because we have the scissors out, we might as well cut this guy. This one is going to be the eyes for our donuts. Because it's a kawaii donut, not a regular donut. We need eyes. We need a face. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I'll leave this on the side. Now I'm going to use the donut to trace onto the tan felt. In my case, mine is brown. So I have a chocolate donut. I'm going to take this guy off. There we go. Let's see. Maybe if I fold it in half, I can cut 2 donuts at once. Okay. Oh, perfect. I guess if I leave a little space, maybe you can use some of the felt later on or something. Yep. So I'll just cut here. I'm going to use my pen. I'm going to trace around the donut. Make sure I'm holding it down nicely so we get the perfect circle. Nice and round. We don't want ovals. And we can't forget to do the middle, right? Got to trace the middle of the donut. Yay! Okay. I'm gonna do this one next, and then we'll cut it out all at the same time. Okay. Now this one is the icing. We only need one side, so I don't need to fold this guy in half. So I've got my pen again, and I'm gonna trace, hold my felt and my paper. I'm gonna go around. There we go. Okay, and then we can't forget, gotta do the middle again. There we go. Yay! Now we're going to cut these. And I think I'll need some help with that.
Coming right over. I'm happy to help you. So again, Miss Marissa is left-handed, and we forgot our left-handed scissors today, so I'm going to help her cut. We folded this in half, so it would be easy to cut 2 at one time. If you're not comfortable doing that, don't worry, you can trace it again and cut it. If your scissors aren't very sharp, you may have to cut one piece of felt at a time too. This is kind of a big surface. I'm doing the best that I can. Thank you. I think for the inside though, we'll do one at a time. It's getting a little tougher. My scissors I don't think are very good. We're going to be sewing all this together so it'll look a little better. And actually, I'm going to do that little trick that you showed where we cut it, or not cut it, but we fold it in half and then cut just a little bit. So we have something for our scissors to go in between. And then I'll just cut around this hole. This one is definitely easier for me to cut one at a time. So once I'm done with this, we'll have Miss Marissa trace the inside of the other one so I can cut it. It's nice to do crafts with friends.
Trace this guy. There we go.
Let me help you. So fold it in half and just make a little slice so we can put our scissors through and cut. And then we'll lay it on top of each other to make sure we did a good job. Round and round. Today's class will take some patience. I think that's a good word. Oh look, it fits perfect. Would you like me to help you cut this one out too?
Yes, please.
Okay, I can do that. We'll take any stickers off that we might see. Oh, I'm glad that we only have one piece of pink to do. Kind of makes my hands tired. And if my hands get too tired, this is what I do. I shake them out and exercise them like this. And then I'm nice and ready again. Oh, this icing looks delicious. What flavor do you think this would be, Marissa?
Strawberry.
Or cherry?
Cherry.
Do you think they have watermelon icing?
Maybe.
That might be kind of silly.
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. I don't know how that would taste though on a chocolate donut. I think I'll stick with the strawberry. Okay, now same thing for our middle. I'll fold it in half, do a little cut. It's perfect for my scissors to go in. And this is a wiggly line. Is that a good saying? Wiggly line?
Yeah, wiggly.
So it looks more like icing. Looks delicious. Strawberry. Wonder how your little hands are doing, everybody. Oh, finally. Done. Take it away, Marissa.
Thank you. So now that all our pieces of felt are cut, I'm gonna put the icing on top of one of my donuts. Like this. And we're gonna stitch that up. And we're gonna do that by using our embroidery thread. This is where our ruler comes into play as well. So gotta look for the end of this one, right here. That's where my end is. I'm gonna grab my ruler, and I'm gonna pull 3 feet worth of embroidery thread. Also 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to cut this. There you go. And I'll leave this embroidery thread off to the side for now. And I don't know if you can tell, but when you're looking at your thread, it's like made up of a lot of tiny strings all together, all twisted together. I'm gonna want you to take only one of those. Can you do that? Just grab one, and I'm gonna just pull the one out, the one away. Pull, pull, pull.
And I notice you have to be careful because it looks like it bunches up and kind of gets into a little bit of a knot.
Yeah, gotta be careful. I wanna make sure that we can pull. There we go. Pull only one of the 6 strings that are in there. Okay, let me leave this off to the side just in case we need some more. Okay. Now I'm gonna use my needle. Remember, one side is sharp and the other side has that hole, a little slit. We're gonna put the string through the hole.
I think that hole is called an eye, actually.
Eye.
The eye of the needle. And this needle is very special. It has a big eye. It's a tapestry needle.
There we go. Okay. And now that I've pulled it all the way through, I want both ends to be tied off together. So like we learned in the other class, we're gonna make a little knot. Remember? So if I lay this flat, my end goes over the thread like that. I made a big loop and the ends go under the loop. Yep, one more time. My end is gonna go over the thread like that, and then the end is now gonna go under the thread. There we go. See? And I'm gonna grab it, I'm gonna pull it, and I wanna leave just a little bit. Make sure we can use the thread. There we go. I made myself a little knot. I think I'll do it one more time just to be safe. So again, loop over the thread and under. Did I get it? There we go. Okay. Yay! So I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape to connect the felt to the donut. So let's see. I'm going to turn this upside down. It doesn't have to be all over, just in a few spots. Just going to cut little strips.
And this part is called basting. So this is something you do when you are sewing and 2 things you want it to stick together just a little bit so your hands don't have to work extra hard. So we're putting a little double-sided tape on the pink so it will stick, just be sticky enough to hold on to that brown felt until we can sew it together.
Okay. Now I'm going to, now that this side is stuck to the icing, the paper part that I'm touching, which isn't sticky, I'm going to peel off. So the double-sided sticky tape should still stick to the pink while I take off the paper part. If I can get it.
Sometimes you need a good fingernail for this part.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna peel off the double-sided sticky tape. Kind of partially peeled it off to make it a little bit easier for you guys to watch me peel it off. Okay. This side as well. Now both sides are sticky. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to put it right on top of the donut. Push, and there we go. Stuck. Okay. Now start to sew the donut together with the felt. I am going to sew right here, yeah? I've got my needle ready. I'm going to do the outside first. I'm going to push through. And what I'm going to go do is in and out. So once, or up and down. So now I've left a little gap. I'm not going right next to it. I'm going a little bit farther out. Okay? So I'm going to push down and pull the needle. There you go. Like that. I've got one stitch in.
So would you say that that first stitch is about the size of the tip of your finger?
Yeah. Ooh. Like my pinky. Just about. Yeah. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and poke right on the outside. There we go. Pretty good. We want to make sure we don't poke our fingers.
And don't pull it so hard that that knot comes through too, right?
Yes. I want to make sure it stays in there nice and secure. Okay, come down. Okay, last stitch. Push it down. There we go. Okay. Yay! I'm going to tie this one off.
Or actually, you could start putting your confetti on now with the beads, right? Before you tie it off.
Oh, I could, yeah. Let me grab my beads in here.
Here's a piece of felt that you could put them on so they don't bounce around.
Thank you. Get some yellows in there. Okay. So instead of being on the outside where we did it for the stitching for the frosting, I'm gonna put some in the middle or more towards the inside, okay? Let's see. So I'm gonna poke through first. I'm not gonna poke one of the sprinkles on. Let's see. There we go. Sprinkle through. right next to it. Not like how we did the last time where it's kind of far. It'll be right next to it. That way all you see are the sprinkles.
Yum, that looks like a delicious sprinkle.
I'm gonna do another one. I think I'll do a different color this time. Maybe more towards the middle now. Got red. And go right next to it. There we go. Go through. There. Very nice.
This is looking like a pretty delicious chocolate strawberry sprinkled donut.
Making me hungry. Got a purple sprinkle. Oh, did I get it? Oh, there we go. Another yellow one.
And we could have probably used a really long piece of thread, but I know that the longer it is, the more likely it is to get tangled. So I prefer working with the shorter threads like you are. We have to tie a knot maybe more often, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier when the thread is shorter. Okay. I used up most of my thread, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie a knot again. I'm gonna go over my thread and under with my needle. And I'm just gonna pull the knot down. I want it to be all the way to the bottom. I don't want my knot all the way up here, or else all my sprinkles are gonna be loose. Okay, take that off. There we go. And now I'll do the other half. Sprinkles. I could do like a half and half donut too.
Like half and half pizza.
Half little sprinkles, half chunky sprinkles. Okay, I'm gonna thread it again through the eye.
We're gonna be experts at threading them through the eye.
Yeah, threading and knotting. Over and under, over and under, and make our little knot. There we go. Okay, and then we can start back up doing the rest of the sprinkles. Sprinkle right here. Another red one is cool, right next to each other. Remember, try to get it close. Okay, there we go. Might be a little hard to poke through the two felts, but you can do it. Just make sure your finger's not right underneath it when you do it. Okay. Put a yellow one. Just a few more sprinkles. Okay. Yay. Now I'm going to try this off. So again, over and under with the needle. And then pull it through. Make sure the knot right at the bottom. Cut it off. Yay. Very nice. And then I have a little space right here. Maybe I'll put my eyes right here as well. Wait, there's a little room. Okay. But you could also do, if you didn't want to put any of the beads inside, we can cut little pieces and strips, these felts, and we can use our glue, and we could glue them on for them to be sprinkles too. Yeah? Maybe that one you'll do after because you have to touch this so much. Okay? Now I'm gonna stitch all of my, both sides of my donuts now together. I'm gonna do the inside first and then I'm gonna do the outside. Okay? Let me just get a new piece. This one will make longer. Let's say we'll do like 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Of a knot. Oh, there we go. 6. And again, this guy's got lots of small threads connecting it to this one big embroidery thread, right? So I only need one. I'm gonna pull it apart. Just the one thread. This one's gonna take a little bit of patience and time to pull apart, okay? Make sure you don't tangle, make any knots when you're doing this, okay? Pull these guys down, pull this apart. There we go. Again, thread will go through the eye, and I'll take both ends and I'll tie them off. And make a nice knot. Ready? Over and under. Pull it up. There we go. Little knot. And I'm gonna try and make this straight. Nice and beautiful. I'm gonna make a nice half. Okay. Now I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go from the bottom because I don't want to see the little knot that I made. So from the bottom up. This time I'm gonna do the inside first, yeah? So I'll go around this way. So I'm gonna take 2 felts together and push up. There we go.
So you're only grabbing the brown felt this time, not the pink.
Yes. I missed.
And not pulling too hard so your knot goes away.
Yes, I pulled too hard. It's okay. I got a little redo. No worries. And then again, the same way, I'm going to make a little space. I'm going to come down on the 2 brown felts. Pull it. There we go. That's our first stitch. Now I'm going to come back up. And then go right back down. Gotta be careful not to get it stuck on any of the little beads. There we go. Okay. We're gonna keep doing this till we get all the way around. I'm gonna tie this off. And I have a lot of thread left, so I'll keep using this for the outside. First, and make our knot again, right? So over the thread, under the thread with the needle. I'm gonna keep pulling this knot all the way down to the end. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it. There we go. Okay. Yay! Now we get to do the fun part, which is stitching the outside and adding the batting. So because I cut this, it's untied, right? So you gotta make a little knot again. Okay, our over under technique. There we go. Okay. What we'll do is we'll stitch a little bit and then we'll fill in every time. So this time, we're still gonna stitch the donut only, not the pink icing, just the donut part all the way around. But after every few stitches, we're gonna add a little bit of batting inside. So again, we start going up first so we can have the side with the knot down so no one can see it. After maybe 5 stitches, I'm going to add a little bit of the batting inside. I'll start off with a little bit at a time, and we'll see how it goes from there. Ooh, nice. Starting to get a little poofy. There we go. Looks great.
You don't want to overstuff it either, do you?
Nope. Or else all of it's gonna pop out. Okay, I think that's a good sized donut. Now I'm gonna keep making a few more stitches, then I'll start filling it again. I think I'm gonna have to get a little bit more thread, so I'm gonna tie this off for now. So again, I'm gonna go over and under to make my knot. Just cut it off. And grab a little bit more. There we go. Just grabbing one of the threads. Okay. And again, the same way. Thread through eye and have both ends of the thread tied off. So we make a knot over and under. Knot. And this one I have to add stuffing again. So let me add stuffing before I start sewing again. Okay, that looks good. Okay, come in, start stitching the rest.
More stuffing to see how poofy we can get it?
Oh, definitely. Could definitely add more stuffing if you wanted to. You just might pop out a little bit. But yeah, could definitely try. Right there. And I'm at the end now, so I'm just gonna stuff the last of this. And then I'm gonna make my last stitch. And all we have to do is put the face on. Okay, there we go. Nice and stuffed. I'm gonna close up the little hole that we have. Okay. Oh. And down. Okay. There we go. Again, we're gonna make our knot over and under. Get this guy as close as we can. Get the knot all the way down there. There we go. And I'm gonna cut it off. There we go. If you have little bits of thread kind of hanging off, that's okay. You can cut it or you can just leave it. Everyone's looking at the front anyway. Now I am going to do the eyes. So this part, I need my little circle that I made.
Would you like some help on this part?
Yes. Thank you.
So again, we folded this in half and I'm just putting the little dot on there. Since my black marker, I won't be able to trace it very well. So I'm just gonna cut around, making it so my hands can hold that little dot nicely. And then I'll just get that little piece. Okay, take it away, Marissa.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yay. So we can either sew these on or we can glue them on. I think they're cute like that.
I think my hands might be tired. Maybe I would glue them on.
I think I'm gonna glue them on. So I have my tacky glue right here. Put glue on one side. Okay, I'm just gonna press it down. So wherever you want your eyes to be. I kind of like when the two eyes are right at the bottom. So cute. Yay. Okay. Now all we need are the hands. And I have the little pipe cleaner here. What I'm going to do is use my scissors and I'm going to cut this in half.
Actually, I think you're supposed to make the little smiley face first.
Oh, smiley face?
So you just take a little tiny bit first.
Let me cut this.
I thought I saw that in the directions.
Let me see how big I want his smiley face to be.
Maybe like an inch?
There we go.
Do you need my
cut
help?
it? I think I do. Oh, no, I got it. Yay. Make it very bead.
And the pipe cleaner or the Chanel stem has a little wire in it, so it makes it easy to make a smiley face or mustache.
Oh, there we go. How do I want him to smile? There we go. That looks good. There's just a little fuzzball. We'll just glue this guy on. There we go.
Aww, so cute.
Okay, now we'll do the hands. So you can either fold this in half so they're even. Or you could do it by eye. You could just eyeball it, but it's easier if you just do one half. So however way you want your hands to look, you're curved. Oh, I think I want to tuck mine in.
Cute. Or you could sew it, or you could glue it.
Yeah, glue it, sew it on. That looks cute tucked. This guy's right there. And then I could probably put some glue right in there too.
Aw, cute. Kawaii.
that's how you make your little kawaii donut. I know it was a little bit of work, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you!